That's something that has to be investigated. There are a couple of questions that we would like to put forth right now on what's being asked or what happened. First, about why there was no Mayday call. Is that an indication of exactly what happened, that the pilots thought all was well? Why was clearance given? Now, if the ATC gave clearance despite low visibility, it meant that they believed there was no problem whatsoever in the current weather conditions for the plane to land. In which case, what went wrong? Because you asked the first question of no Mayday call and the fact that clearance was given, it leads to more questions about why this plane crash even happened. Why didn't the crew respond to ATC landing clearance? The norm is once the clearance is given, there's non-stop communication that happens. Now, what the government has established here is that none of that happened. There was no back and forth. There was no communication. So did something go wrong technically? What really was the issue? Remember, the operator of this aircraft has maintained that it was an issue of either weather, of low visibility, or human error. We can't jump to those conclusions yet, because also what we have to highlight is that in 2023, the same jet, in fact, the Learjet, had in fact gone through a similar mishap in Mumbai. And so there have been questions about whether there were no lessons learned from that particular incident. Was this a tragedy, unfortunately, waiting to happen? The plane in question here, in which Ajit Pawar was traveling, was a 16-year-old chartered plane. Was this faulty? Was there some sort of a tech glitch? So far, if you look at the details that have been provided, this particular plane was airworthy in the sense it had its certification, all necessary regulations were done. The pilots too had got all of their fitness certificates done. They were licensed. All of this only leading to a bigger question of what went wrong if everything was fine. Was it weather? Was it poor visibility? Was it human error? Or was it killer technical negligence or a glitch? Now, these are the three issues essentially that everyone's asking, whether it was a problem of low visibility and despite that attempting a landing, were the pilots did they kind of miscomprehend what was happening, or was it a problem with the aircraft? Right now, the investigation is on. We know that the AAIB, which is a technical investigative body, is looking into what's happened. The government also is watching very, very closely with the Civil Aviation Minister, Mohan Naidu, also in Baramati to understand what exactly happened. Now, I just want to focus right now on the operator of this particular aircraft and the questions that are being asked of them as well. At this point, while there are so many questions, this, remember, is a chartered plane, a Learjet 45, which crashed while attempting to land at 8:45 this morning. The aircraft broke apart. You see the remnants. Those pictures are on your screens too. There's nothing left. Only the tail of the plane is intact. The rest of it completely destroyed. And clearly there was a massive explosion. We've seen that in the CCTV footage as well. Now, the ATC did give clearance for landing, but right after they lost contact. In fact, there was no communication that came in even after they gave that clearance. This is the 8th Learjet incident. The DGCA, therefore, has ordered a probe, raising the key question about whether it was human error or technical failure.
Shortly after 8:45 a.m. on Wednesday, CCTV camera at a shop near Baramati airport captured an explosion. A chartered plane with Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar on board going up in flames. After the crash, the only part of the Learjet 45 that remained was the tail. Ajit Pawar and 4 others on the flight were killed in the accident. This was not the first time a Learjet had faced trouble. In fact, this marks the 8th reported incident involving these aircraft. In September 2023, a plane of the same make crashed in Mumbai. The aircraft had been cleared for touchdown but drifted during landing. The plane on which Ajit Pawar travelled was found 50 meters away from the runway. In the 2023 accident, the autopilot disengaged for 40 seconds before the crash. In the latest incident involving a 16-year-old Learjet, the aircraft broke apart on impact and caught fire. Only the tail escaped the fire. What caused the accident remains a mystery. The Learjet aircraft in the Baramati crash landing is owned by VSR Aviation. The company blamed low visibility for the mishap.
The aircraft was absolutely fit to the best of our knowledge. The DGCA is investigating the matter. We are there with the DGCA team and they will tell us. Primarily, it appears that there was low visibility.
The Directorate General of Civil Aviation has ordered a probe and the Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau is investigating the tragedy.
These are all officers who had reached just half an hour back at VSR Ventures office to take a detailed understanding and report of what really had transpired, and they are right now inspecting the office premises. This is the AAIB team that we are being told who are now inspecting all the office premises of VSR Ventures.
Early reports indicate that the plane had received landing clearance from ATC, but the crew did not respond. Among many unanswered questions is why no Mayday or distress call was issued by the pilot. With Shreya Chatterjee, Bureau Report, India Today.